For today, what we're doing is floor rock climbing. Take your couches in your living room, if it's okay with your parents, and pull them up. Feel free, move them apart to make more space in your living room, to make the rock face you're climbing even bigger. And then go ahead and start with, it's probably best for you guys to start with the tape pieces about 1.5 to 2 feet apart. And then if you want, you could start with that, and then if it's too easy, you can start separating them more or just take off more tape pieces. But yeah, 1.5 to 2 feet is probably how far you want the tape pieces apart from one another. Basically what's gonna happen is you're gonna pretend your floor is a rock face, and you're gonna have to try to climb from the bottom of the rock face to the top without falling, okay? So basically what's gonna happen is we have, this is the bottom of the rock face, and every green piece of tape, every green piece of tape we put down on the carpet is like a rock that you can grab onto or put your foot on. But these are the only places you can put your hand or feet on, okay? It's the only spot. So you're gonna try starting from one side of the rock face, at the bottom of the rock face. You're gonna try to work your way to the top, okay? So I might put 1 foot here, 1 foot here, 1 hand here, 1 hand here, and I'm just gonna, I can only lift one body part at a time, okay? So while I lift up one hand off of this spot, I can't lift up my foot also, okay? I can only move one at a time, right? So I'm moving like this, looking for good rocks to put my feet and hands on like that, and I'm gonna try to work my way all the way to the top of the rock face. We even have some tape. We even put some on the sides of the couches, so you can totally put your feet and hands on those if you want. Just like this, and trying to get up to the top of the rock face. And I made it to the top, right? So, once you get to the top, you finish that rock face, excellent job, but you're gonna try to make it a little bit harder now. Then I would do it again without those rocks. It's gonna be a little bit harder. I'm climbing up just like this. Now, if I, let's say I can't do it, or let's say I accidentally put my hand on a spot where there's not a rock, like maybe I put my hand here, and there's not a rock there, it's as if you made a mistake and you're falling now off the rock face. So you pretend to fall and you go all the way back, but the pillow's catching. So you can try it again, and then if you do it, then you can take off more pieces of tape and make it harder and harder. Also, if you want to make it harder, you can separate the pieces of tape even farther apart, and that's another way to make it more challenging. Awesome. So that's basically the rock climbing challenge you have today. But if you want to make it a little bit more challenging and incorporate some, like math or science or even reading into this challenge, you can take your parent or a brother or sister can take like a 3x5 card or a piece of paper, and they can put on it a math problem, for example, like 4 times 5 equals what, right? And they could do a whole bunch of these. They could do, I don't know, maybe 5 of them. And then they can position all of these face down near the rocks like this, okay? And so what's gonna happen is once you're climbing the rock face, if I wanna use this rock, if I put my hand here, then I have to flip over the card and say the answer, 20, 4 times 5 is 20, and then I can keep going. But I have to solve that problem before I keep going. You can do a science question, you could do You could do some kind of spelling word vocabulary if you wanted to. Anyways, so that's the rock climbing challenge. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm excited. Yeah, be creative, see what you can do with it. You guys got this. So enjoy.